Look away. Look away.
Welcome to the Big Dumb Show.
I got circles under my eyes.
I know.
Still got sleeps.
Can I tell you a quick story about what just happened walking by here? So I see some of our other staffers, and we have a sports station here, and I walk by, and two of the guys from the sports station came to birthday bash last night. And I walk by, I'm like, hey, did you guys have fun? And their boss goes, you're here today? And I go, yeah, birthday bash. And she goes, I would have given you the day off. And I was like,
oh,
I know.
Where's our boss on that?
And then I go like this, and I pointed to her employee. I'm like, hey, look at your boss right now. And she's like, I would tell next time I'd have your support. I'm like, witnesses, everybody, witnesses.
Oh, I like her.
Oh, I like her a lot.
I like
too.
her a lot.
Yeah, she's my favorite. Let's make up stories on our boss and get him out of here.
Yeah. My kids, it was their first concert, so they wanted to stay to the end. Like all of Jordan Davis, they were dancing, having a great time. So I didn't get out of there until towards the end. And then my kids were like, hey, Dad, can we go to McDonald's? Like, I guess because that's the part of the concert experience, getting snacks on the way home. So we did that.
Yeah.
So I was not in bed before midnight.
Oh, I binged last night too when I got home. Yeah.
What'd you have?
It just like a wrap, and there was like cheese.
Oh, I'm
and,
sure
you know,
there was like spinach and it was healthy.
There actually was.
God, you're the worst. I dipped my McDonald's cheeseburger into Chick-fil-A sauce and then went to bed.
Journal or something, dude. Lock in. Okay, we're gonna talk about Big Dumb, or we're gonna talk about birthday bash last night. Peyton Manning showed up, which was super cool, which was unexpected, and it was. I met Peyton Manning for like, I would say, 4 to 7 seconds is when I met Peyton Manning. And I would probably, he had no idea. It was very fast. It was very clear that he is on his way to the stage. Like, hi, nice to meet you. And like super sweet for that moment. But it wasn't going to be a moment where I could talk to him. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You know, like if someone's walking, you know, like he didn't like stop.
Was he wearing his dad belt?
Yes. No, he had freshly spent Kohl's cash. And it was awesome. And he looked great.
Were they jorts? Or were they at least
they were
like
nice
khakis?
Jeans, you know, and they were like the jeans that you hope your husband has when you're going out to dinner and he wears jeans, and you're like, could you have something newer? You know, like Peyton wears new jeans
and then
all the time.
The hard tuck, he just tucks everything in. It's got
my parts are covered. yeah, get it in there. Peyton, very nice, and it was cute because I was like, oh my God, he walked out of this room. There's a hallway for us to go to the stage, a hallway. And he was in the room, and we knew he was in that room. The timing, swear to God, could not have been better for him to walk out. And I hadn't walked by yet, so we naturally made eye contact. And then I just go, oh my God. And I said, hi, I'm Tracy from KYGO. And he goes, hi, Peyton. And I'm like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And it's that interaction that will never get close to him again.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I blew it for all of us. Whole bunch blew it for all of us.
So then he gets out on stage and, you know, starts singing Buy Dirt with Jordan Davis. It was a nice moment.
That's so cool.
That was a
Think
great
about
moment.
that, dude. Like, there are moments like that. Like, I'm glad that I fangirled on Peyton Manning. I'm glad that was such a natural
Did you touch
reaction.
him? Did you shake his hand?
Hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he reached out and
Did
said,
you
"Hi, I'm
linger?
Peyton."
Did you like rub his hand a little bit?
I did like one of those. You know?
Hey!
Is that code? Wait, is that code for something that I don't know? Is it? It's not code for anything, right? Shake hands and
Yeah, you get in there. You get in there.
I tapped SOS just to see if he knew it. God, what was I saying? I'm too tired for all that. Oh, how cool it is that Hooba Joob, we get contacted by the Avalanche that they want to bring out the Stanley Cup. Like, that wasn't, we didn't set that up.
Right.
Peyton Manning, we didn't set it up. The fact that country music is that big and that cool and that fun, like the shows are that fun, that these big athletes too are like, I want to come and hang out at the show, especially these KYGO shows that are different. They're more laid back. There's a different party vibe to it. Well, I just think that's a huge testament, like, for KYGO and country right now.
It's obvious Jordan Davis and Peyton Manning are friends just because of the weird, large picture of Peyton's face on the guitar rack thing. Remember last night backstage?
Yeah, he did have a fat head. Never mind, it's not us. Damn
right.
it.
And I was going to say,
I
mean, Peyton, with all the hosting of the award shows, I'm sure that he and Jordan Davis are besties. They're probably fishing today right now on Chatfield.
No, it's KYGO. It's party shows. Staying in my happy place there. Let's talk about Mitchell Tenpenny and how you told him I came back from Nashville. Fizz cannot.
It was natural for me to say this.
You cannot. It wasn't. It wasn't. Fizz cannot handle. I would say I would give you. I'd give you 2 interviews before we're gonna start losing you. You know, and like when we do like CMAs and stuff, and they're coming in fast and furious, I feel like I'm sort of like.
Refereeing,
just kind of like really paying attention to like what they're saying and the next thing I'm maybe gonna ask, and then also like wait to hop in on whatever to Mr. Shannon Doa that we've talked about before. So last night, Mitchell Tenpenny, who we do know, so he knows that.
Absolutely.
I mean, he knows our personalities and stuff. And we're like, hey, so it's a laid back vibe. You know, I don't use words like I still say like potty, and I don't like
big potty.
I say
for
big
number
potty.
2.
Like even like in a house full of boys, I'm like, I think they're big potty right now, so it's gonna take a minute. I just don't like that kind of talk and words. I just don't do it.
Well, you brought up that you were in Nashville over the weekend, and
Yes.
so is Mitchell, and Mitchell lives there.
Yes.
And I was like, well, do you like CMA Fest? There's a lot of people. It can get kind of gross. And he's like, oh, I live like a half hour out of town. I'm good. And you just
I was
had.
like, oh, dude, I
You're
just
like,
got back.
I just got back,
Like an
and
hour ago.
oh, I'm gross and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Just a long weekend. I was like, yeah, she brought diarrhea back with her.
No, I didn't.
But you did.
I didn't. but I didn't. And I was like, hey. And he's dying and he's laughing.
And
I'm
he
like,
takes a
well,
step
there's-
back like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Thanks for shaking my hand. And I did it. But it was so funny because, like, 2 things happened then. I defended myself and my perfectly fine system. And secondly, I was like, here it goes. Like, this is now starting for the night. God.
Happens to everybody, Tracy, when you travel. Your system just gets
didn't.
crazy.
It didn't.
Especially in Nashville with all the hot chicken.
I didn't
It's
eat any hot
fine. You're fine. It's normal.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was dying. I just don't want Mitchell to be like, yeah, Tracy. Well, we call her diarrhea girl.
Oh, you mean diarrhea, Tracy? Oh, okay.
I hate you. God, the worst. All right. Birthday bash was incredible. All eyes on Hoobajube now. That is next,
And
which
Zach
is going to be
Bryan
fun.
this weekend.
Yes. Oh my
Tickets
God.
all week. Tickets all week.
Okay.
All right, let's focus. Serious things are happening. B-Dub is in the studio.
Our boy B-Dub.
B-Dub, Nights on KYGO. He was at Birthday Bash last night. What
I
up,
know.
B-Dub?
What's going on?
How are you?
How are you? I may have brought the diarrhea back in
You
Nashville,
did.
just for the record.
Oh, yeah, you were there too, right?
Yeah, and the weird part is Tracy said she saw me on Broadway because we were both
I did.
interviewing. I was doing stuff for the show, and she was obviously doing stuff with Roper. I didn't see her. We didn't see her. It was like literally every night was like a text of like, "Hey, let's meet up after dinner." She goes, "That's a great idea," and then like nothing.
I know.
Like crickets.
Which is,
Crickets.
and
Well,
also it's like,
she was busy having the diarrhea.
Stop it!
Oh, God. That Nashville airport leaving is seeing things, right?
Oh my God, you guys are the worst. I know that was really weird because we were literally in the same town and never got a chance to even say hi. So we had to come back to Denver. and
What,
birthday
like
bash.
90,000 people come in for CMA Fest.
Yes.
I
That's
mean,
wild.
it's
Wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like us ganging up on Tracy. The only time we're able to come back is when she's on vacation. All I have to come and get to her.
Yeah.
All these stories are coming. Next day off, it's like, and then. Oh God. I really love that you're doing this though. And I think it's so important. And with Bonneville, things in the community and supporting the community, all of it is like the core of what we do. And you're doing a really cool event that we wanted to give people an opportunity to learn about. And maybe they don't even know about this whole like operation with that you're a part of. But go ahead and like tell everybody what you're doing.
Yeah, so I started this last year. I wanted 2023 to kind of be the year where I gave back. Because we get to do a lot of cool things, doing what we do for a living. And through the years of doing remotes in Nashville and meeting various organizations, Fisher House is an organization that provides free housing for military families when one of their loved ones is in the hospital at a VA campus. They've got about 50 houses. They have a couple, I think, here in the Denver area. So last year I started it, and I did 1,000 miles on my motorcycle in one day. We live obviously
In one day?
Portland. Yeah, in one day.
Wow.
Based out of Portland now. Obviously lived here, for a couple of years, and we've known each other a long time. But I'm doing a 3,500-mile ride over 5 days. So, and that's just, look, it's a sacrifice on my body, but nothing compared to what military families go through on a daily basis.
Right.
So I'll get up on Wednesday, June 19th, ride Portland to Bakersfield, California, spend the night there. The next day we'll ride Bakersfield to Denver.
Oh, it's God's country.
Yeah, and actually we haven't announced this yet, but I'm going to be guest hosting at the Grizzly Roast that Thursday night.
Hey.
Oh, cool.
Donate, proceeds from whatever
Excellent.
will go towards B-Dub's longest ride for Fisher
So
House.
that's the 20th.
20th. Yeah.
Okay, so June 20th will be at the Grizzly Roast. That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what time yet because it depends on, obviously
weather.
how fast I can ride, weather,
Yeah.
how tired I get. There's a lot of factors, when you're riding a bike.
What kind of bike you got?
It's an Indian Pursuit, so it's a big touring bike. So
Okay.
I'll be able to take my
Do you have
my
a
gear.
side seat?
It does not have a
Okay,
sidecar.
because when he's in Denver, I'd go for a ride.
With the goggles?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't bring him. He'll slow you down.
Right. I got to be really careful what I eat because I wouldn't want to have the diarrhea on the motorcycle. Yeah.
So are people donating money per mile? How can
So-
people donate?
Last year I did a per mile and I didn't know what I had raised until after the ride. So it's just a flat donation now, whether it's
Okay.
$10, $100, just bdubslongestride.com, or you can text the word ride to 844-358-2382. But yeah, if
We're
you
going to have
follow
to
me
get
on,
that posted up and written
I
down.
know,
yeah,
that's
I'll
very
get you all the
cool.
info to get
Yeah.
it on the socials and stuff. But
Where
yeah.
do you go after Denver? Like, what's your route?
So I'll go. So those are 2 long days. I think Portland to Bakersfield is 830 miles. Denver will be, I think, around 1,100 if I did, depending on which route I take. I think I'm going to go like through Vegas up to like St. George and come over I-70, which on a motorcycle is just going to be gorgeous this time of year.
So pretty.
Because before it gets too brown, there's still a lot of green
Yes,
and everything.
yes.
Denver, I'll do a short ride on Friday up to Deadwood, South Dakota.
Mm,
And then
That's
I've never
pretty.
been up there and I love that show.
yeah.
And it's close to Sturgis. So I'm like,
Yes,
maybe
it's
I'll ride over
beautiful
there.
up there. Yeah.
And then I'll ride across Montana on Saturday and hopefully make it to Spokane and then finish it up on Sunday through Seattle and then back down to Portland. So
How do you prepare? Like, do you have like cushioning? Like, I mean, that's a lot of time on the bike.
Yeah.
I was on a regular, bike in New York, and I had to wear shorts with extra padding.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You got your little Beyonce booty
Yeah,
girl?
yeah.
Help with the diarrhea.
And also, I've seen you wear them at work, so I think you kind of
Well-
like the shape it gives you.
I think the motorcycle seat, this is a big touring bike. It's
Okay.
got
So
a
it's
premium
comfy,
seat on it.
right,
Yeah, they're
right.
designed for longer rides. I mean, the biggest thing is not so much your butt getting tired, but it's your legs. So I just bought these they're called toe rests that they go on the outer crash bars of like the lower fairing that keeps the wind off you. So where I can like adjust my posture. That's the biggest thing of being in one
Yeah.
stance for a long
Right,
time.
right.
You got to move around, but
Can you listen to music? Like,
yeah,
are you
I've got a
talking to
radio on
people?
there and it's got Apple CarPlay and stuff. So
Oh,
it's,
cool.
it's pretty cush in terms of a motorcycle. The only thing I haven't figured out is how to use the air conditioner. So
Yeah.
I'm worried about the summer days in the desert, but I think we'll be okay.
So what inspired you the most? Because this is a really great organization, because we talk about like, even with like St. Jude, when someone is in the hospital and their family is affected, that's not thought about a lot on what a big change it is when you want to be with somebody, where are you going to stay, the expense of all of that.
Mhm.
What was the moment where you either found Fisher House and said like, that's the charity I want to be a part of? What inspired you to work with them?
I think it was just trying to look. I love St. Jude too. I'm a big supporter of St. Jude. I know there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I wanted something that stood out. And I feel like there's a lot of veterans that ride motorcycles. I see them all the time when I go on group rides. It's
Poker
my
runs.
passion.
Oh,
yeah,
all
yeah.
You
day
know what I'm
poker
talking about.
runs.
So I wanted something that tied into the military and had that connection.
Yeah.
And motorcycling and doing that for Fisher House. They're just such a great organization. And, I've met the CEO of Fisher House and worked with them. And again, doing various CMA and ACM surrounded events. They've just been very, supportive of my show. And I wanted to find a way to give back and raise awareness. So
That's so good. Because that's the first, and the reason I brought that up, because that was the first time I thought about that, like when you're working with somebody or when you're like someone's in the hospital, you really think about like that person usually, but that extra step of like where the family is going.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that's why I asked, because I don't think a lot of people have thought that about that yet. If they don't have to. So it's
Right.
really cool that you picked that organization. That's awesome.
Well, I'm excited. I'm glad to have been on, and maybe I'll give you guys a call from the road to give you status updates.
I would love it.
During the ride.
It's gonna be wind.
Somebody's doing well.
That's the wind. It's not my diarrhea.
Oh my God. B-Dub, that's awesome. Hit that website for us one more time. If you can.
bdubslongestride.com, and it'll take you right to a link to donate, and I'll send you guys the info so you can post.
What do you got on the big show tonight on KYGO? What do you got planned?
Oh man, why you gotta hit me with that? It's not. It's. I got 12 hours. Till
You
I'm
gotta
on the-
prepare.
Show prep.
Talk about birthday bash.
You think he's preparing 12 hours in advance for a show? What happened 10 minutes before trending today? We're like, oh my God, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
Something.
Google it. We'll figure out. It's going to be an adventure. Obviously, the basics on the show, the instant countdown, 5 most wanted in 60 seconds, stream it or skip it. All the usual stuff. We do have Jelly Roll on the show all this week.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, Jelly Roll will be on the show.
That'll be fun. That guy's everywhere. He's on every stage.
Right now.
Currently
somewhere.
he's found a stage to get on and sing with somebody.
All right. Well, B-Dub, it was good to see you. Thanks for coming on today.
Good to see you guys. We'll see you. I'll see you again soon.
See you soon. And I think it's nap time.
I think, let's go lay down. Let's lay down. I want to lay down.
We're going to go lay down.
I want to lay down.
We might not even make it home.
See ya.
Bye, guys.